This video is a comparison video to show the difference between our two most popular types of container, our cheap low-grade wind and watertight and our brand new one trips. Externally on a one trip, as you can see here, the body comes very tidy, still looks very clean because they are new containers. A one trip just means they've come across the sea once with some goods in, and that is for transporting purposes. It makes it a lot cheaper for the end user if the haulage is paid across the ocean by someone else other than the person who's actually bought the container and is going to sell at the other end. So that is where the term one trip comes from. Now, obviously, these have travelled across the ocean, so although they were new in the country of manufacturing, usually China or Turkey, by the time they've travelled across the ocean, they have been handled at both ends. They have gone across the sea in a ship. There is chances that they will have been dinged or have slight marks and stuff like that because obviously they haven't just come straight out of the factory, they've been transported. Now, in contrast to the cheapest wind and watertight cheap and cheerful boxes that we do, you can see the clear distinction between the two boxes. These ones have a little bit more rust on them, they look a bit more bashed up, they're uglier, they aren't as pretty. Although they do come wind and watertight from us, they are older containers, they've spent more time at sea, they've had more scrapes and they're older containers, so you were never going to have a perfect brand new looking box when you're paying the cheapest money. That goes without saying, but they still do come wind and watertight, and the same goes for the insides. The inside on the cheap and cheerful is never going to look as nice as a one trip, but even saying that, the one trip still does have signs of use inside. The floors could be a little bit scuffed because they have had pallets or goods when they've come across the sea, so you're never going to have a perfect floor where it looks immaculate, because like I said, these haven't come just straight out of the factory and being dropped into the yard. They've actually been transported with goods across the other side of the world. So that is the clear difference between the cheapest boxes we do and the most expensive boxes we do. Now, we do two sizes in between, but most people tend to go for either the cheapest or the most expensive. They tend to be our most popular sales. The sizes in between, the difference again comes down to age and time spent at sea. So a good used will have spent a lot less time at sea and will be less aged than a low grade or mid grade used. So I hope this video has helped, so you can see the differences between the top and the bottom when it comes to price wise. Any questions, get in touch. Any sales, you want to buy some, get in touch.